Welcome back to Football 247, your go-to channel for the fastest updates and the deepest analysis of everything happening in the world of football. In today's spotlight, Cole Palmer comes under heavy fire after a lackluster performance against Andorra. Despite Tuchel's record of 3 clean-sheet wins, the England squad still faces major questions. Stuart Pearce voices his frustration, and fans didn't hold back their boos. So, what's next as England prepare to face Senegal in their upcoming friendly? All of that and more, coming up with in-depth breakdowns and honest commentary right here on Football 247. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the latest in world football. Chelsea set to announce Mike Maignan from AC Milan. Chelsea are on the verge of completing the signing of French goalkeeper Mike Maignan from AC Milan. The Blues have reached an agreement for a transfer fee of $15 million after ending the 2024-25 season on a high by winning the UEFA Europa Conference League and securing a spot in next season's Champions League. Chelsea are determined to close the gap with Premier League rivals, and that means moving quickly in the summer transfer market. The club has already welcomed 2 new faces this summer: midfielder Dario Isugo from Sporting and striker Liam Delap from Ipswich. And according to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Borussia Dortmund winger Jamie Gittens is expected to follow them to Stamford Bridge in the coming days. Maignan has already said his goodbyes to his AC Milan teammates and, at 30 years old, he is now set to become a Chelsea player. Chelsea reportedly tried to include one of their current goalkeepers, either George Petrovic or Kepa Arrizabalaga, in the deal, but Milan refused. They only wanted cash. The Blues are hoping Maignan will be ready in time for the FIFA Club World Cup campaign, which kicks off against Los Angeles FC at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta on June 16th. With 163 appearances across all competitions for Milan, Maignan had just 1 year left on his contract at San Siro. Milan, meanwhile, have already started searching for a replacement and identified Roma's Miles Svilar as their top target. Enzo Maresca is keen to bring in a new number 1 after a poor season from Robert Sanchez, who lost his place midway through the 2024-25 season to Philip Jorgensen. But Jorgensen didn't impress either. Chelsea clearly need a reliable new goalkeeper. Rasmus Højlund commits to Manchester United. Danish striker Rasmus Højlund has broken his silence and spoken publicly for the first time about his future, committing himself to Manchester United. Despite a disappointing season at Old Trafford, the 21-year-old has made it clear that he intends to stay and fight for his place. Speaking after Denmark's 2-1 win over Northern Ireland, Højlund stated, "I'm under contract with Manchester United until 2030, and I look forward to continuing to play for the club. Right now, I just want to enjoy a short summer break, then focus fully on the new season. I know not to pay too much attention to the rumors. What matters is the truth, and the truth is, I'm still a United player." Højlund had a challenging first season in the Premier League, scoring just 4 goals and often looking isolated up front. Toward the end of the campaign, he was frequently subbed off early or left on the bench. His poor form drew sharp criticism from both the English and Danish press. Recently, reports have suggested Inter Milan are interested in signing him, and that Højlund might even be open to a return to Serie A. At the same time, United are closely monitoring Victor Gyökeres, the Sporting Lisbon striker who previously worked with manager Ruben Amorim. If United move for Gyökeres, Højlund's future could become even more uncertain. However, Højlund's latest comments suggest he still wants to make it at Old Trafford. Unless Inter make a serious and permanent offer, not just a loan deal, he's expected to remain with the Red Devils. Martin Zubimendi to reject Arsenal for Real Madrid? Martin Zubimendi is reportedly considering rejecting Arsenal in favor of a move to Real Madrid, as new manager Xabi Alonso looks to bring the Spanish midfielder to the Bernabeu. Arsenal had been leading the race to sign the Real Sociedad star, who helped Spain win Euro 2024 last summer. Liverpool came close to signing him 12 months ago, but Zubimendi opted to stay one more season with his boyhood club. Zubimendi has been with Sociedad since the age of 12 and has made over 200 first-team appearances. With Jorginho now at Flamengo and Thomas Partey yet to extend his contract, Mikel Arteta is keen to bring the 25-year-old to the Emirates to bolster his midfield. Arsenal have been negotiating with Zubimendi since early this year and were confident of activating his $51 million release clause to finalize the move. However, Real Madrid have now entered the picture. According to Spanish outlet AS, Los Blancos have contacted Zubimendi as Xabi Alonso looks to make him his first major signing after replacing Carlo Ancelotti. There's a real chance Madrid could hijack the deal, as Zubimendi is believed to prefer staying in Spain. He's also reportedly drawn to the idea of playing under Alonso, with whom he previously worked at Real Sociedad B. If Zubimendi chooses Madrid over Arsenal, the club may attempt to negotiate a fee below the release clause. Madrid are also reluctant to match Arsenal's salary offer, believed to be around $8 million per year. Cole Palmer criticised after England's narrow win over Andorra. Cole Palmer came under heavy criticism following England's uninspired 1-0 victory over Andorra, with former player Stuart Pearce expressing clear disappointment in the young midfielder's performance. Thomas Tuchel has now become the first England manager to win his first 3 games in charge without conceding a single goal. However, the most recent victory, a slim 1-0 win over Andorra, was anything but convincing. The Three Lions struggled throughout the match and only managed to secure the win thanks to a 66th-minute strike from Harry Kane. It was a frustrating night for England fans, who made their feelings known by booing the players during the match. Among the squad, Noni Madueke was one of the few bright spots, providing the assist for Kane's goal. But overall, several England players failed to impress, and with just 12 months to go until the 2026 World Cup, Tuchel will have plenty to think about. Stuart Pearce, speaking on TalkSport, didn't hold back in his assessment of Cole Palmer. The player I was most disappointed with tonight was Cole Palmer. He looked slow, lethargic, and his physical presence in duels was very weak. His teammates had to cover for him far too often. We're all disappointed with Palmer tonight because we know what he's capable of. Palmer wasn't the only one under fire. Tuchel himself expressed his frustration with the team's overall lack of intensity throughout the match. England will next be in action this Tuesday at the City Ground, where they take on Senegal in a friendly match. And that wraps up today's top stories from the England national team, following a narrow win over Andorra A game where Cole Palmer disappointed and coach Thomas Tuchel is left with plenty to think about ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Will the Three Lions bounce back stronger in their next match against Senegal? We'll be watching closely. Football 247 is here every day with fast updates, deep insights, and no-nonsense analysis from around the football world. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe to Football 247 so you won't miss a single moment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next report.